Hey, welcome to the second part of the card sorting in UX design series. And in this part, we're talking about types of card sorting. My name is Vic Debs, and I create animated videos explaining product, UI, and UX principles. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and turn on your notification to learn in the easiest way. In the first part of the series, we talked about what card sorting is and how it works. In this part of it, we'll be talking about the types of card sorting and we'll be going deep into the three types of card sorting and the two forms of card sorting. Stay tuned as we proceed. The first type is called open card sorting. In this type of card sorting, participants are given cards to sort into categories that are not predefined. So they can sort these anyhow that it makes sense to them. And even when they are done sorting, they get to name the categories using their own words. A direct example is a student that is given videos, books, articles of different types and asked to sort them into categories that make sense to him or her. Now, let's give you more tip. As a UX designer, open card sorting will help you know how your users naturally think about information. Another thing that it will help you do is to identify new categories and subcategories that you did not even consider at the beginning of your project. Now, a tip. After sorting activity, you can follow up interviews with the participants to understand their thought process during the sorting exercise. Type 2, closed card sorting. In this type of card sorting, participants are given cards to sort into predefined categories and they must actually sort these cards into those categories that they have been given. This card sorting is useful when you want to test whether your existing categories make sense to the users. Let us give an example. Existing users of a company website, you can ask them to sort the content on that website into predefined categories such as articles, videos, blog posts, etc., based on how they would have naturally want to find it on the website. At the end of your closed card sorting process, you will be able to refine your information architecture. So now it is okay to say open card sorting works for new products while closed card sorting works for refining existing products. So now the third type of card sorting, hybrid card sorting. It's a combination of both the open card sorting and the closed card sorting. In hybrid card sorting, for example, a user can be asked to group elements of a fitness application into predefined categories such as nutrition, exercise, and goals. And they can also create categories for any of the cards that does not fit into the predefined categories. You can use the results of your hybrid card sorting process to know if you had issues with your initial categorization scheme, or you can use it to identify new categories of features that you did not consider before. Here is a tip. I'm generous, right? You can carry out closed card sorting after you have completed your hybrid card sorting process. That way, you are including the new categories you have gotten into the process again, and it gives you a more detailed result. In hybrid card sorting, you get both qualitative insights from your data and quantitative insights from your data. Now let us go on to the forms of card sorting. We have moderated and unmoderated card sorting. Here as a UX designer, you get to guide the participants during the process of the card sorting and you allow them to think aloud as well to be able to connect with their thoughts. Also, this gives you a clear opportunity to ask follow-up questions while you get deeper insight to their thought process and it also gives you clarity to the participants. Now, a downside to this is that it takes substantially a lot of time and of course a lot of money. Unmoderated card sorting is completely different. In this case, you work with little or no supervision at all from a moderator and there's no guidance. But the major advantage of this is that it is time effective and it is also cost effective. Now, let's talk about the downside. The major downside here is that there's less insight that you get from this method, but it is great for a huge number of participants. Let me take you through certain combinations of card sorting types and form. We have open moderated card sorting. Sure, this will be very interactive. Then we have open unmoderated card sorting. You already know what that means. We have closed unmoderated card sorting, and we also have closed moderated card sorting. Now to the hybrid set, we will definitely have the hybrid moderated card sorting and also the hybrid unmoderated card sorting. So this is how you group your card sorting. And because I'm being generous, let me take you to a splash method. This is called collaborative or group card sorting. In this type of card sorting, there are multiple participants working together to sort cards into category. And the great thing about this is it fosters discussion and collaboration among the participants. Then you are able to identify areas of agreement and disagreement. One thing, no, this method is advised to be moderated. You know what I mean? In the next part of this series, we'll be talking about how to conduct card sorting. Now let's go over what we have learned today. Yeah. We talked about open card sorting, which has no predefined categories and the user can group anyhow it makes sense to them. Then we talked about closed card sorting, where the participant has predefined categories and they have to stick with it. We then went on to talk about hybrid, where the user has predefined categories and they can also name any other ones the way that it makes sense to them. Then we went on to do moderated and unmoderated card sorting, and we know what both means. I also showed you other categorizations and groupings of card sorting, and definitely the generous card sorting, collaborative card sorting, and finally, we are going on to how to conduct card sorting. I hope that you learned a lot. Once again, my name is Big Devs and I make animated videos explaining product, UI, and UX principles. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and turn on your notification to learn in the simplest way. Bye!